Hey, what's going on, everybody? I kind of wanted to come on here and express what's going on, with the whole video thing, and just kind of give you a heads up, I guess, if you will, about what the future is going to hold and what I'm currently going through. So, um, I had started this originally because I wanted to do something different, and I wasn't sure quite what I wanted to do. Um, so to kind of start off, I was diagnosed at a young age and re-diagnosed again about a year ago with ADHD, processing disorder, and anxiety. I didn't know about the processing disorder until about a year ago because I got re-diagnosed again and went through all the paperwork. But because of all this, my life has been a fucking mess. Uh, just FYI, excuse my language, or don't excuse my language, but I have a bit of a potty mouth, so if your younger children are going to be watching this, I apologize. But yeah, pre warning, I swear a lot. Sorry. Um, I've been a mechanic the majority of my life since I was, I don't know, 18, whatever. And I originally picked the career field because I fell in love with cars, and I kind of wanted to actually be a lot like my dad. My dad was a mechanic and a body guy for like 24 years, I think it was. So I'm like, you know what, like father like son, I want to follow in his footsteps. And funny thing is he warned me not to get into it because it's pain in the ass and it's a lot to learn and whatever. And you know you know how it is as you're a kid. You don't want to listen. You want to be just like your parents, or you have that passion that you want to do, and you're like, nope, I want to figure it out the hard way. Well, I did. I figured it out the hard way, and it was definitely a lesson learned. Um, I learned a lot. I learned a shit ton, and it came down to my passion turned into a job. I wouldn't even say a career because some people like their careers. I call it a job. Most people that have a job don't like their job. Um, so I went from being a car mechanic to a semi trailer mechanic and to an actual diesel tech. And um, it was actually the first time, one of the first times being like in an actual diesel shop uh, about 2 years ago or something like that. And I ended up getting let go from 90% of my jobs because of my ADHD. And it got to the point where I was expecting it. I knew it was going to happen, which is pretty sad because everyone's like, "Oh, why are you like thinking you're going to get fired?" I'm like, "I don't think I'm going to get fired. I know I'm going to get fired." And it's not because I'm being negative about it. I'm just being mentally prepared because it's going to happen. I don't intentionally try to get fired. It just happens. I have an extremely hard time paying attention to what I'm doing, especially if I'm bored of the job. Which at that point, I think within half the career. So I've been a mechanic for, I want to say, 15 years. So about half that, we'll say around the 6 or 7 mark, is when I started getting bored because I've already been through job after job at that point, and it was kind of one of those things where I got tired of it. And I did try to change careers a couple times. I took a massive fucking pay cut, which sucks ass, by the way, because I didn't have any experience with anything else. Um, with that being said, I ended up going back to being a mechanic, and the the only thing that kind of saved me so far was I was doing a lot of work for myself under the table, and for those of you who do know me, already know this, but those of you who don't know me, I'll kind of better explain this. I joined the military, and when I first joined the military, they told me that I wasn't allowed to be. You're not allowed to have ADHD while you're in. So I kind of just ran with that, and I'm like, okay, well, I can't go on meds because if I do, they'll kick me out, whatever the case was. And then that was from like 2015. We're now 24, and I've been just struggling like a motherfucker to figure out my life. and kind of like, go on from there. So that's the big secret, big ADHD, processing disorder, anxiety. The majority of it is definitely probably the attention span side. My attention span fucking just sucks, especially if I'm bored with what I'm doing or bored with the conversation or whatever the case is. So because of that, I personally think I am a great mechanic, but I have a hard time paying attention to what I'm doing while I'm working on it when I'm going fast. If I'm working on a car fast, I'm probably going to fuck it up. And being in the automotive industry, if you know, if you've been there, or if you have been a customer, you want your shit done quick, right? You want it done like yesterday. It goes in the shop, you want it in there for like half hour, no matter how big the job is, and you want it done like that. Of course, absolutely. Because guess what? I'm the same way. I don't want to be fucking sitting here working on shit and then take like a fucking week for it to be done. No, I want it. I want it now, right? So because of that, I had to move very quickly, and because I moved quickly, I made too many mistakes. Now, when I'm working on things slow and I can take my time, I do it. I don't want to say 100% correctly, but I do it way better with way less mistakes. It's very, very rare that I make a mistake when I'm doing it at my pace, which is slow. I pay more attention to it, I focus on it, whatever the case is. So with that, I've gotten, because I've had to move so quickly, I've gotten fired from like every single job. And I just got sick and tired of it. In fact, just recently, I think I'm on day 11, so we'll say a week, almost 2 weeks ago, I got fired from my last diesel mechanic job. Again. Yep, because that is my life. And like I said, I'm not crying over it. I'm used to it. It sucks, I'm not going to lie, but I've also had more time to start getting ready to pack because I'm going to be leaving, which brings me to my next thing. I've been doing a lot of videos a lot of laughing videos, funny videos to kind of build up my audience, which has worked phenomenally, by the way. So thank you very much if you're still watching this. And I decided to, before I even did like the funny videos, I started a podcast, or was attempting to start a podcast. But the podcast is going to take too long to build up because, number one, I didn't have time. Number two, I didn't have all the equipment. I finally bought all the equipment, but it's very time consuming to set everything up because I don't have my own studio. And because of this not having a studio, I had to literally, I don't know, I think it took me a half hour to set it up every single time, which kind of got exhausting. And I kind of wanted to expand from there, so I ended up buying even more equipment so I could go from 2 people to having 6 people on. And then it took me almost fucking 2 hours to start setting everything up. And I'm like, okay, there's got to be a simpler way to kind of build an audience while creating videos. So I decided that, hey, I'm going to do some funny videos, because who doesn't love to laugh? I love to laugh. I'm not a huge fan of like drama shit that people like to post. I mean, I can get into it, but I'd way much rather have some funny stuff. And I'll still, no matter what, I'm still going to continue to do the funny stuff. I'll start eventually doing some like drama bits and stuff like that, whatever the case is. Maybe I'm giving people advice, especially when it comes to ADHD, like I'm dealing with and whatever. But the biggest reason why I did this was because I wanted to start something new. And the mechanic thing is just like, I'm trying to push that out the window. It got to the point where I started turning all the side jobs down, and now I'm doing it just for my own benefit. I'm tired, I'm fed up, especially the vehicles that are up in here. Half of them are rotted pieces of shit, whatever the case is, and I'm just tired of working on them. I want my passion back, which, and the passion's not going to come back unless I stop working on them. And even then, it's at the point where I like tinkering. I don't really like fixing. Because yes, there is a difference. There's a difference. Fixing is when you have to get it done. Tinkering is when you want to get it done. You get to take your sweet fucking time. You get to pick and choose what you want to do, whatever the case is. So I don't want to work on shit anymore. I want to tinker with shit. I lost my train of thought here. Welcome to ADHD, man. Fuck. But yeah, that's actually what I'm doing right now too. Working on the girlfriend's car. I gotta do a fog light because her car is way past inspection and they need a fog light done. So I kind of just figured I'd be making a video while I'm working on this. Kind of kill two birds with one stone because I've been trying to make a video forever. But I'll kind of work and continue what I'm saying. But let me give this a quick pause. Kind of have to break it up because if when I post this on YouTube, it's going to take forever to download. So, secondary part of this video, whether I make it part 2 or kind of just blend it in with the next video. So I decided after all of this to start a new career because I wanted to originally start a new business. And the problem with starting a new business is obviously you need capital, you need experience with what you want to start it with, yada, yada, yada. And my original plan was to open up my own shop. And, you know, maybe in the far, far future or something like that, I will do that. But for now, I don't want to work on cars anymore. So, I want to actually make sure that I, there's another issue that we're having with her ABS, like the speed sensor's like kicking in or some shit. And, her shock's fucking leaking too. I hate this car. So, where was I? So I decided that I wanted to start the podcast because I kind of took a step back and I was just like, what can I do that is not that much work, is relatively cheap? Because nothing's fucking cheap. So when I say relatively cheap, I mean like under like $5,000 to start, I guess. Or at least close to it, you know, within the $5,000 range, like under 10, I guess. What can I do that's $5,000 or under to start that could turn into a new career, or at least make me money? And the first thing I thought of was podcasting. I'm like, you know what? You know how easy podcasting is? Well, I wouldn't say easy, but like you sit there and you buy the equipment and you're talking to a microphone and you're literally just having a conversation. That's it. I mean, like, you gotta, like, obviously kind of, like, build up a conversation, but you could be yourself, you know? And I was just like, it's something I would love to do. Number one, I'm a talker. If you don't know me, you'll find out. And number two, I connect with people like that. It's easy for me. It's a cakewalk. I don't even have to try. So, I'm like, okay, let's start a podcast. And here I am, like, you know, just making videos and doing the podcast, but because I'm leaving for a year. I can't express why or where. If you keep following me, you might figure it out. So keep following me, or if you're new, follow me. You'll find out eventually. And yeah, I'm gonna be gone for a year, and it's going to be I'm going to be initiating part of what's going on into what I'm doing. But so along with the podcasting thing, I will be continuing to do a podcast while I am away. I don't quite know how I'm going to do it just yet, but I will figure it out. In the meantime, I am in the slow but steady process of starting a different business. So I'll be starting kind of like a 3 or 4-in-1, if you will, and you'll all find out hopefully by next year what that's going to be. So a little surprise that you get to wait with, but yeah. So I'm hoping after I come back, I actually just recently found out too that what do you call it? I just lost my train of thought there. I don't even remember what I was gonna say. But yeah. So the podcasting will continue. And then I'm gonna be slowly starting a business, and I'm not gonna give any secrets away, but you will find out what that is soon enough. So keep following me, keep watching me. Definitely love the support, need the support. Looking to, build my own business, my own career, so I don't have to work for anyone else. So I don't keep getting fired, because honestly, it's pretty fucking aggravating. But um, thank you guys for watching. Thank you guys for supporting me. I'm hoping that what I'm doing is going to work and or kick off, and yeah, keep following me to figure out what the next steps are. But I'm gonna be, I'm probably gonna be slowly making this into a little bit of a journal, documentary, whatever you want to call it, just to kind of show you from my worst time, which wouldn't say worst time would be now, but like I'm at a low. You know what I mean? Lost a job, have been out of work for like gonna be almost an entire month by next week, and then when I come back, I'm hoping to be up on a high. So we will see, and I will be posting videos as I go to show my success, hopefully, and we'll go from there. So thank you guys so much for watching. Love you all, and yeah, we'll see what this journey brings. So talk to you guys soon.